It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
I said I'm A-Town finest, so put my game down, grinding. Was on them Greyhounds trying to get out of state. My assignment was hit the stage at a college, encourage kids that could do it. Told them how to reach greatness, some days you must be secluded. On my own shit, hang up the phone shit, they on some clown shit. I'm David, I stay with a stone for cracking your dome with. Play me, I come to your home and ring your alarm. Bitch, I'm crazy, this ain't just a song. Quit raising your tone, prick. I'm that nigga that number one spot, nobody can't top, I ain't even got dropped though. Big dog gon' run my block, got the blade on chop, beat nigga like Nacho. Rent do nigga sell like rock, move bass, I not do me like Rocco. Spend a bitch, she say I'm guapo. No money, I say no hablo, no English. My screenplay, try to get stretched out like Bengay. Don't call me, let you and your friend on the line, try to put it on three-way. I'm Green Bay, I'm about my cheese, nigga run up the chat like relay. Got leeway, I flip my style like I'm a lucha libre.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. In this video, we're going to be getting into the new Megan Thee Stallion song called Lover Girl. We all know that she's been sampling and previewing this record on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for the last few weeks, we'll say, at least about a month. All right? And, you know, the story behind the song is the producer, Jacob Dior, I believe that's his name. He made this beat on TikTok sampling Kissing You by Total. And I believe the people on TikTok were like, this needs to be sent to Meg, send this to Meg. And I believe people started tagging her in the comments of this record saying, you need to get this beat from Jacob Dior. Now, a lot of times when this happens, the actual artist in question doesn't end up engaging with the producer. Or they might say this is fire and go about their business and keep doing what they're doing. But Megan actually decided to get the beat from Jacob Dior, cut the record, start previewing it on social media. And today we have the official release. Not only do we have the official release, but as of about an hour ago, she released the music video for this song as well, right? So she went all the way in. She did her usual production, song and music video. So this is an official single from Megan Thee Stallion, all right? The song is called Lover Girl. There will be two versions of this video. We're going to have the full version for Patreon, of course, where we actually watch the music video. And unfortunately, due to copyright constraints, there will be a YouTube version of this video where the music is not played. Okay? Fair enough. Let's go ahead and get to the music video. All right, so we got Megan. This is definitely a song dedicated to Klay Thompson. We've been seeing them together for months. They've been rocking out heavy, right? She was with him during training for this NBA season. She was locked in the gym with him. You know what I mean? We seen them traveling and going different places. She was even at opening night, you know, at his game. Well, it was a preseason game, but she was at one of the games this week. So she's really feeling Klay. She done made a dedication song talking about him and how much of a gentleman he is. You know what I'm saying? Which I honestly believe this is definitely a switch up for Meg based on the other people that we publicly know that she's dealt with. So she really in too deep. All right. Some niggas make excuses. My nigga make that shit exist. Right. So when she wants something or something, you know, she points out that she likes something. Some niggas make excuses that they can't make it happen. He makes it happen. All right. So far we in a good space. I like the beat. I love the sample. I was excited about the sample. And that verse was nice. You know what I'm saying? Her just kind of letting it be known like some niggas is this way, which of course you could do the deductive reasoning on who she might have been talking about of her past. But her current guy is the opposite. He's a get it done type of nigga. He's polite. He's a gentleman. You know what I mean? And he's all into her. All right, we got Tina Snow with the blonde wig. We got Tina Snow in that motherfucker. All right, we 2 verses in. I'm fucking with the song. Again, I like the beat. I like the hook. I like the sample. And she's still kind of, you know, laying out the relationships, you know, This was more into the bedroom of her relationship. But you can apply that to relationships in general. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta apply this to Megan and Clay. Like, they seem to have a healthy relationship. Cool, great. All right. It's not no lyrical miracle. We ain't gotta break shit down. It's straightforward. I like the breakdown on that verse too with the yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that part. That's one of the, that's one of them parts from the original that people are in love with as well. So I like the overall arrangement. I like the direction we're going in. The pop the pussy for your man. Not crazy about that part. You know what I mean? But we in a pretty decent space. All right. Now we're at 2:48, and it's still another minute and like 20 seconds. What else are we gonna get here?
Fucking people, nigga, need to find your own man, bitch.
So this is the part of the song where I'm desiring more. Okay? I like what they're doing with the arrangement because they've picked another piece from the original sample to like make a new bridge. I wish that Megan would have written a new bridge with it rather than doing that pop that pussy for your man. And it's cool, and it was cool up until this point. But if the song is going to continue, I would have liked another section of lyrics. Even like a melody. This would have been a good place for an R&B singer. And it don't gotta be an established R&B singer. It could have been, like a singer-songwriter who's on the come up to just kind of like add some vocal textures on top of this the sample and like take the song to another place. Make it a little bit more, that groove at the show where you just singing to it. So I do think it could have progressed a little differently, but I'm not mad at the record overall. All right, what's this? That's interesting. I don't know what that was at the end or what that was, but it sounded kind of like the horse is back or something. I don't know, but it sounded like something else on the way, right? Now remember, Megan Thee Stallion has been in the studio. She's been creating. She's been saying she's trying to get back in the studio or whatever, and that this next project is going to be something. So although I do believe that this song probably will end up making the cut for the next project, this wasn't necessarily in her plans. This was something that just came across her desk on her phone, and she was like, you know what, that'll be fun, and it ended up coming out. You get what I'm saying? Now, prior to me making this video, I did see mixed reviews coming out about this song. I think a lot of the mixed reviews were coming before the music video. I think the music video definitely gives it a little bit of extra energy. It gives it a little bit of extra context for the record. It gives you a little bit more entertainment value as the song plays on through that last minute or so with the different progression in the beat and kind of the repetitive pieces. But as a standalone song, I do feel like it drags a little long, drags out to be a little bit more repetitive than needed. And like I said, that last section could have used some additional layers. It could have used some more texture. It could have used another voice. It could have used a few different things that could have made the song rounded out a little bit stronger. You feel me? But as it pertains to the production, I see people out there saying that Megan needs to work with a new producer. This is a new fucking producer. This nigga's a fucking TikTok nigga that I didn't even fucking knew existed. So when you say she needs a new producer, what are you asking for? I think the beat is dope. I think the sample is dope. I think a lot of people were excited for the song based off of her previewing the sample, those that weren't already hearing it from Homeboy's page. So I think that request of Megan needs a new producer, I think that claim is a little bit disingenuous unless you just don't like the beat at all. If you don't like the beat at all, then I guess that makes sense, right? But I like the beat. I like the sample. I like even the softness of the record. And I'm not really a soft record type of nigga. The rapping on the song, she didn't over rap. She didn't make the song about rap. You know what I mean? A lot of people have been, again, there's been a lot of criticisms coming out about Megan's music all year, even last year, right? Y'all say she needs to broaden her subject matter. Um, she makes a love song, right? I do think that the love song could have been a little deeper. I will say that it was kind of surface level. Um, didn't really give a strong perspective of love necessarily. If that's the title of the song, Lover Girl. I think the song is just basically more so detailing the era she's in life wise. She's in her lover girl phase. She wants to be around her man. She's traveling around. She's training with him. She wants to be attached at the hip. You know what I mean? So I guess the title of the song more so signifies the era she's in personally. How that's gonna affect her music, we'll have to see. Um, but I do think that out of some of the other singles that she's released, although she may have released stronger singles, I like whenever better than this song. Personally, there was a lot of mixed reviews about that song. There was a lot of criticism about the Whenever joint. Let's not forget that, right? I like that record better than this one, but I think this one has more potential than Whenever. I think it has more places where it can be played. I think that it could have a shot at radio if radio decides to pick it up. Now, of course, this is where we get into the next piece of the Megan Thee Stallion story, right? Shout out to my guy Z. Brian, what's happening? So Z comes out with this tweet earlier in the morning, right? So he says Megan Thee Stallion released her new song Lover Girl independently through her own Hot Girl Productions via Roc Nation Distribution, not Warner. And yes, if you operate outside the major system, own your masters, and control your creative and release date, you're indie. Okay? Now, of course, there's always a lot of speculation around whether or not Megan Thee Stallion is a true independent artist. We've been saying for a long time that's what it is. That was the announcement. That was the whole transition from her leaving 300, leaving 1501, even going to Warner on a distribution deal. We've been knew this. It was already out there, but ever since this happened, there's been a lot of speculation because, of course, her indie releases, Act 1, Act 2, they said Hot Girl Productions, and then I believe there was some sort of Warner connection, right? But when you look at this song on streaming, when you look at this song on any platform, and you look at the release credit, it says Hot Girl Productions, right? I even did my own copyright check on YouTube to see if it was going to be okay for me to play the record. And it said Hot Girl Productions. And then they had a distribution thing called Fuga, Fuga, right? And Fuga is connected to Roc Nation Distribution. That's who they use for their third party distribution. You know what I'm saying? So, or that's their distribution partner for releases, I should say, more succinctly. So this is a completely independent release. Warner's not involved. Now, what I'm interested to know is what was the specifics of the Warner deal, or the Warner distribution deal, I should say, more specifically. Just to get a little bit more, and we're probably never going to get the specifics, right? Because she's not going to release her paperwork. Maybe one day she'll do an interview and give us a little bit more details as to how she's running her career and has been running her career for the last couple of years. But remember, she was with Warner for distribution. She released Hiss through them. She released Act 1, Act 2, and some of these other singles. But now it's all her. Maybe it was a 1-year commitment. Excuse me. Could have easily been a 1-year commitment. Like, yo, I'm going to come over there. I'm going to fuck with y'all. I'm going to release music with y'all. I want to see how it works in this distribution deal with y'all. I want to see what y'all can bring to the table. If anything, are y'all going to help me? You know what I'm saying? Or is this all going to be on me? What is it that y'all can, show me within this independent infrastructure that's gonna keep me there. Because if I'm doing distribution through a company like Warner and I'm receiving no benefits, then I might as well just go through Rock Nation. Rock Nation got a distribution portal. I could just upload my music, upload my motherfucking artwork, give my producers credit. Rock Nation, we got all the people in the building that could handle sample clearance. So if Warner's not adding anything to the mix, then I understand why she left, right? But I'm also wondering, was it a situation of the contract expiring, or were they in a renegotiation where she said, I'm good? Or did she say, I'm breaking the contract? You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving. Like, we may got another deal, another year or two on paper, but fuck you. I would love to know how that unfolded. That's just me because of course I'm an independent artist. I've tested out numerous distribution platforms. I've been courted by exclusive distribution platforms. I've talked to owners and CEOs of distribution platforms, all that type of stuff, even with my own shit, right? Which is why when people be trying to downplay your boy, it's like you have no idea what I've done, but it's not about me. But just because I understand the game at that level, I would love to know, a little bit more of the nitty gritty of how she's handling this business at this current stage in her career, you know? And I'm wondering if perhaps she may still have the relationship with Warner, but maybe they didn't want this record. That's also a possibility, right? She could have brought the record to Warner and said, yo, how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all want me to release it through y'all platform? They might have said, we don't want it. You did this song with a TikToker. We don't think it's that strong. Go release it yourself. If you feel strongly about it, you could go do it somewhere else. We won't even add it to, what else, whatever we got going on. All of these are possibilities. I don't know. I don't have none of the paperwork in front of me, so I can't say. I'm just giving y'all the realm of possibility of what's on the table. Or she could just have left. So if you're still pushing out that antiquated thought that she's got all this help, all this assistance, all this third party marketing and all this shit going on, unfortunately, you just are being willfully dumb, willfully obtuse. All right. Now, with that being stated, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with this next project. Because let's say she does drop and it's through Rock Nation Distribution, which is not connected to any larger company. It's not connected to UMG. They don't do direct deals anymore. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be a quote unquote Rock Nation artist on the label. There is no label. You can sign a distribution deal, but there is no label, right? Or you could just release music. Any person can release music through Rock Nation Distribution. As a matter of fact, I've tried it. My song Big Dog came out through Rock Nation Distribution. It was just a upload. It wasn't no meetings and them trying to say what you can and can't do. It's a open source distribution company, just like DistroKid, right? So again, for people that don't know, I really wish that some folks would stop just throwing shit out there like you know what's going on, and listen to the people that do, and don't second guess it just because it punches you in the ribs of your bias. Just take in the information. Now, getting back to Lover Girl, is this a song that I'm gonna be playing like that? Nah, you know. But I like the sample. I like the beat. I like the producer. I even like the with the New Orleans bounce shit to it. I like everything about the production. I don't think it's a bad beat. I just think it could have used a little bit of extra help. And I think moving forward, I don't know what's going on with Megan, where she stands with collaboration with other people that are in the music industry or industry adjacent. She's not somebody who gets like a ton of big name features or anything like that. And I honestly don't think she needs that. But I would say moving forward, I hope that Megan collaborates with some other people that can give her ideas to build on so that her music continues to grow. I think she's in a very interesting position where a lot of people want to see her fail. A lot of people are using any and everything as a way to like knock her a level down. Every new artist, especially every woman artist that comes out rapping, they basically trying to position them to be like Megan's replacement. People catching their first hit, getting their first little bit of buzz. It's like, oh, we got these new girls. We don't need Megan anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think that's weird. I think that's disingenuous. So, but I do hope that she's able to continue to build and evolve musically to kind of silence out the bullshit. You know, I want to see her excel. I want to see her do well. As far as her creative direction and like her production, as far as like music videos and visuals and stuff, I think she's got that down. She does a very good job with those. I just think that she just needs a little bit more help in the songwriting department. That does not mean I'm saying she needs people to write her raps. I ain't saying that shit at all. I'm not saying she needs help with her raps. I'm saying as far as the songwriting, as far as the choruses, as far as the bridges, as far as like knowing what to do with some of the open space on the records, that's where those additional people can come in and help you build out the rest of the song. You know what I'm saying? Having a good, dedicated A&R, although the A&R position is an overlooked and undervalued and often inflated position in music where people don't even believe in it anymore. I think that somebody like Megan, especially with the resources she has over at Rock Nation, because they have such a vast network of people that they can work with or reach out to, because everybody wants to be associated with them in some way anyway. I would love to see, you know, maybe a camp or something where it's like all hands on deck. Let's make this Megan Thee Stallion album. You know what I'm saying? And we can kind of allow her to flourish and do what she's great at. And then the music feels that way. You know what I mean? I think that's generally what she's missing. That's not saying her music ain't good or has not been good on its own. I'm just saying, and I've been saying this for a while, you know, I would like to see her catch some big records and get some big support. But I think she's going to need bigger records, bigger meaningful records. You know what I mean? That can really catch people. But that's just my 2 cents. And although this is not a one-to-one comparison, when you look at like the Clips are known for coke rap, right? They do coke rap exceedingly well. Pusha T went and had a solo career doing coke rap and did well. But it was when they curated an album and made a song like The Birds Don't Sing, which isn't even a single, but it's treated like it is. You know what I'm saying? So be it. More simpler in the lyrical category, but it had more of a musical element to it. It just caught your ear. I think she needs some evolution in that. And I don't think she needs to necessarily switch producers or find new producers. I just think she needs to give the producers more direction. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. Let me know what you think of this this record, Lover Girl. Let me know what you think in terms of the video, the song. Is this something you're going to be bumping? Do you see this song having potential? Is this something, you know what I mean? Let me know. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 6 bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I